Hello sir, I am here to read the part of Sydney Ratilla and Art in Early Civilization. The Stone Age was a prehistoric era of a human history that lasted from about 2.6 million years ago until the advent of metalworking around 3300 to 2000 BCE. It is defined by the creation and use of stone tools, and it is divided into three main periods: the Paleolithic, Old Stone Age, the Mesolithic, Middle Stone Age, and the Neolithic, New Stone Age. During this time, early humans developed technologies, art, and social structures that laid into foundation for later civilization. Paleolithic, Old Stone Age, the earliest and longest period beginning about 2.6 million years ago and lasting until around 10,000 BCE. During this time, humans developed basic stone tools, lived as nomadic hunter-gatherers, and created early art such as cave paintings. Mesolithic, Middle Stone Age, spanning from approximately 10,000 BCE to 8,000 BCE. This period saw the end of the last ice age and a gradual shift in human lifestyles as climates warm and new environment become available. The Neolithic, the New Stone Age, the final and the shortest period lasting from roughly 8,000 BCE to 3,300 BCE. This era is marked by the development of agriculture and domestication settlements, leading to a more settled and complex society. Hello sir, my topic is prehistoric and early civilization. The Stone Age has witnessed how humans were able to lead more stable life and eventually came up with permanent shelter and tools to survive. To complement the stability and sense of permanence, early humans also turned to the creation of paintings and sculptures that depict humans, animals, and their natural habitat. Kibali, during the Stone Age, humans started living more settled. Dili pa atong wala pang Stone Age. Kay they always move around to find food and shelter. But datong sa Stone Age, they figure out how to build their permanent home and how to make tools to help them survive. And then, paraan na is, they want to show this new settlement in their life. So, gina-paint nila. Ilang gi-paint. Ang ilang paint is, marabit ang niya, huy, we are in a good life. Gusto na mo ipakita kung sa ka syada nga mong kan. Pero ang kibay sa ato karon is mo siya picture. Marang na ba? They painted pictures of themselves, the animals, and around them and the natural places they live in. So kibale, they wanted to show us what it's like. Paleolithic art is a product of climate change. As a climate got colder, part of the early humans' instinct is to look for the shelter that would provide them while warm. Caves became protective heavens for the early humans, and these caves paved the way to the birth of the first attempt of art. So kibali, ang Paleolithic art is an emerged direct response to the climate change. So ang sinaunang tao is needed nila mangitag shelter para mapaan nilang katugnaw. Ang tungod ana, it lead to the first creation of the art. Kaya ang caves para sa ila is dili ra na siya basta shelter, pero para sa ila nahimo pud siya og heaven sa ila as lugar where early humans and first attempt to the art, to create art. So sa sinaunang tao, ang caves is dili ra na siya basta shelter lang sa ila. Kay ang caves para po sa ila is nahimo pud ni siya nga
lugar where early humans first attempt to create art, such as animals, and may have served symbolic or religious purposes. Daga na siya like this paint. And so this is the famous cave painting of Bolts named House of Bolts. Dito ni siya makita sa cave sa Lascaux, France. Kani siya is gipaint ni sa mga early human long time ago, og daghan kini siya mga bully, banto kani siya nga section sa cave is gitawag og House of Balls.
Good morning, sir. My topic is Mesolithic art. The Venus of Willendorf, this figure is a highly abstract woman from a highlighted body parts associated with fertility. The representation may show the importance of taking care of these body parts for presentation and consequently the survival of species. So, ang meaning sa Willendorf is widely interpreted as a symbol of fertility due to exaggerated female features like a large breast, abdomen, and hips. Other theories suggest it could represent a fertility goddess, a mother goddess symbol, a good luck totem, or even object made by men for aesthetic or sexual appreciation. So, Venus Willendorf talks about the women body. Ang giingon diri nga ang pag-amping sa lawas sa usa ka bae sama sa ilang private part that shown curviness, nga sign sa usa ka bae nga healthy and good to bear a children. Ginatawag po nila sila ancient goddess or mother god of goddess through their figure according to Paleolithic communities. So, mao na siya ang the Venus of Willendorf. So, Neolithic art, Stonehenge in England. The purpose of the fascinating edifice remains as mystery to up to this day age. Some regard it as a temple, while others see it as complex calendar that track the movements of about the sun and moon. Others ascribe some magical element to by associating it with Merlin, magician from King Arthur's story. So, ang pasabot ana is kuan. Ang Neolithic art stone in England is a prehistoric monument in England built in stage approximately 3,100 to 1,600 BCE. And so, Stonehenge in England, best known nga ang ancient stone circle tungod sa kung giunsa pa nila pagporma ang usa ka mga dagko nga bato, knowing nga sa time nila before wala pa mga equipment nga iporma ana. So, grabe kaayo ang ilahang pagpaningkamot or walay nakakuan kanang nakadiscover about sa pagkuan buhat sa stone sa England. So, mo ang but pasabot ana sa Neolithic art.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. My topic is about Egyptian art. The Egyptian civilization can be divided into 3 periods. First, Old periods, Middle, and New Kingdom periods. Looking at the 3 periods, it can be noticed that for the Egyptians, art should be something religious and spiritual. There may have been differences in the techniques used and style emphasized, but there are common denominators among the artworks created during their respective time periods. Egyptian art is one of the oldest and most recognized artistic tradition in the world. It develops along the Nile River over 5,000 years ago and played a major role in expressing the cultures, religions, politics, and beliefs about the afterlife. Ang Egyptian art is isa siya sa pinakadaan kasi sa art diri sa kalibutan. Nabuo ni siya sa palibot sa suba sa Nile o gigamit nila aron ipakita ang ilang pagtuo sa mga gods and power sa ilang hari o parao ug ang ilang paglaom nga adunay kinabuhi after death daw man mamatay na pay afterlife. That's the and my other topic is Narmer palette. Narmer palette it was a palette that utilized and applied dark colors around King Narmer's eyes, mara siya kanang eyeshadow ni King Narmer. The palette was also a symbol that commemorates the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt. So, the Narmer palette, also called the palette of King Narmer, origin na siya ka King Narmer na palette, is one of the most important and famous artifacts from ancient Egypt, often considered the earliest historical record in the world. Ang Narmer palette mao ang usa ka bato, karaang bato nga nagpakita sa unang kasaysayan sa taga-Egypt. Ipakita nini ang power and victory kadaugan ni King Narmer nga mao'y first hari nga naghiusa sa tibuok Egypt. And that's all my topics, sir. Thank you.
So my topic is all about the Great Giza Pyramid. During the Old Kingdom, one of the agricultural wonders was also structured. The pyramid in Giza served as tombs since their main purpose was to provide a resting place for Pharaoh's body. So the purpose of pyramid is to tomb Pharaoh's body, and in ancient Egyptian beliefs, the pyramid was meant to provide a resting place for the Pharaoh's body and ensure his passage to the afterlife. So the agricultural significance is 146 meters ang kadakon sa katong pinahadako nga pyramid, and 481 feet ang katas-on dadto. So the pyramid symbolized the power, wealth, and religious devotion of the Pharaoh's body. So, its precise alignment with the cardinal points and its massive scale showcase the advanced engineering and mathematical skills of ancient Egyptian builders.
Good afternoon, sir. My topic is it's all about King Tutankhamen. He became king at a very young age and died at the age of 18. Howard Carter discovered his tomb in 1922. They were astonished to find gold artworks and that the coffin was made out of solid gold. The body of young king was irredeemable. Si King Tutankhamen at a very young age is mahimo na siyang king and namatay po siya at the age of 18. Dadtong 1922. Na-discovered ni Howard Carter ang lubong ni King Tutankhamen nga naay gold treasures and artworks. His coffin was made of solid gold and inside was the mummified body of the young king which amazed the world.